put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Stan Long, and I have my super duper co-host, Mrs. Dana Dane, I also have my guest co-host, who has bombarded us today with her presence and her other foolishness. She started some food. The reason I said that is because she started some trouble before we even got on set. But we have the one and only Lyric Hawkins as well on the set. Usually she's behind the scenes, but lately she's been making her way to the forefront. So welcome to the studio, Lyric.
Well, thank you, Sunshine.
Hey, Dana.
Hey.
How was your day? How was your week?
My week was good. What's today? Friday? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday.
Thursday.
You know what? I had a long night.
Every Thursday at 7, y'all.
I don't have it all together. I had a long night last night. I partied too hard.
Did you want to talk about your long night or just some private stuff?
Negative. Let me just say gummy.
Negatory.
Let me just say gummy bears.
Is that like?
Don't worry about it. Some of you watching it know exactly what I mean. Gummy bears. I had a long night.
Okay.
It was fun though.
I need you to elaborate on
Would
that.
you like a gummy bear? No, just tell me. I'll bring some gummy bears next Thursday.
Yes. Gummy. Oh, yes.
You want a gummy bear?
Yes, I want a big bag of them. Yes.
All right,
I think I'm starting to catch on to the. I think I'm catching on.
You think it's more to it? No, gummy bears. Like when you're hanging out, you might just want some gummies or some cookies or some brownies. You still hungry? You still want a snack, or you change your mind?
Gummy bears.
Look, Stan, like I want all of it.
A whole bag of cookies, brownies, preferably, and
Gotcha.
yes. So I see you've been floating around the cities. What you telling me?
Just last night. It's crazy because I just posted earlier today on Facebook. It's like it's no in between with me. It's either I'm working hard or I'm partying hard. It's really no in between.
When do you rest? I got my nerve.
When do I rest? I rest because a lot of people get up at like 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work, and I get up at like maybe 9 or 10. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I do get my rest in because I don't get up super duper early in the morning. But yeah, since you work so hard, you know, when you hang out, you want to have as much fun as you can possibly have. Yeah, so that's what I did last night, but I'm kind of paying for it now.
So I'm gonna do the same thing. I got to start getting out there with you guys because as Spotlight of the City, we have to cover a lot of things and also be present to a lot of things. So we were just talking about that yesterday, how you always on the scene. I said, Dana be getting it in. And so she making me look like an old man. I got to get out there and catch up a little bit so we can get it popping too. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. When you said on the scene, I was just want to give a shout out to Boss 2, Mitch Creedle, and everybody that's in the movie. Sunday is the red carpet movie premiere at the Howard Theater, and I think you can still get tickets. You can still get tickets. You have to go to the Howard Theater box office, and that's brought to you by Mitch Creedle and Dwayne Nutt. So Sunday is going to be fabulous. If you're from the DMV, you should get out and support our own people. It's going to be a red carpet event, truly. And again, shout out to Mitch and everybody that's in the movie, and yours truly is in the movie, and I am District Attorney Tyler. So make sure y'all come on out and support everybody.
And for those who haven't seen Boss 1, then maybe they need to see that before they get to the screen
and you can
Sunday.
get that.
So where do you see that?
You can watch Boss 1 on what's it called? Fire Stick. That's what Mitch has been saying.
Gotcha.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, you can go ahead and rent it and watch it, and then you'll be ready for Boss 2.
Got you. That's
Sunday.
what I'm gonna do because I haven't seen Boss 1. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the city when it premiered.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even here then. So now I gotta see it because of course I'll be in the building Sunday. And
good.
Again, shout out to Mitch. I saw him at the play this week. Vernon had a play. Shout out to is it Sugar Water? Shout out to Sugar Water too. Found out that was my first cousin, by the way. Sugar Water produced that whole situation. They was executive producers over the whole situation. So the play was good. Shout out to what's her name? Not Tony Braxton.
Tracy
Braxton was in there in the play as well. She did a great, amazing job. Shout out to Cliff Jones too. I seen Cliff at the thing. We had a good time. So it was just an all around good turnout, and it was pretty good. Spotlight of the City is everywhere.
That's right.
We're trying to cover everything. So if you guys are interested in sponsorship, email us. Give them the email. What's our email?
spotlightoverthecity@gmail.com.
spotlightoverthecity@gmail.com. Hit us up if you're interested in sponsorship. Also, if you're interested in being a guest, let us know what you're about. Send us a reel, whatever you have. Email it to us, and we'll get right back to you.
That's right.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this show because I'm an entrepreneur, and everybody on this panel is an entrepreneur. So today we're going to be getting into the topic of the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a lot of pros as well as cons. And so we're going to talk about it from a male and female perspective. So that's why I got you guys to give you guys perspective. So we all have our own stories and we all have our own brand. And so we're going to get into that a little bit. And hopefully you guys can call in and let us know some of your woes and your shortcomings and some of your good things too as well. And we can talk about them and maybe learn from you guys as well. So make sure you call in. We'll give you the call-in number shortly. So what else you guys got going on? I know you always got it popping. Y'all got something popping. What you got going on, miss? You the media specialist.
You know what? I'm over
Brand
here trying to get
specialist.
us on the Spotlight Over the City page. I said, oh, Lord, I got to make sure this is right. So
Yeah, we good now, right?
we good now.
So shout out to everybody that's checking us out on Facebook. Make sure you go and like our page too. Spotlight Over the City. We have a Facebook page. Make sure you go and like our Facebook page as well.
Yep.
That would be important.
But I'm super duper excited about this particular episode. We always have guests on, and we had some good guests though.
Oh
We
my
have had
goodness,
some
yes we
amazing
have.
guests. Shout out
The
to all of our
bomb.
guests
Yes,
that has blessed
we
us with
have.
their presence. I mean, we have had some super duper guests. Like some of the best have visited Spotlight Over the City, and we have some even more amazing guests coming up in the future. So thank God for those as well. But
Exactly.
yeah, this show is about entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about exactly what a lot of people have been asking questions about. How do you get started in business? If you don't have money, what do you do? How do you get plugged in to do this? How do you get plugged in to do that? What happens when it gets difficult? How do you keep pushing? Blah, blah, blah. This is what happens. Well, this is not for the faint of heart. Just know that when you
Say
first
that
sign
again.
up, you have to understand. You have to have a lot of guts, a lot of grit, a lot of perseverance. It's not something that's just going to be easy. So, Dana, you want to talk about how you first got started and what made you even want to be an entrepreneur and just not have a 9-to-5?
Want me to be honest? I don't like
Yes.
people telling me what to do.
That's simple.
I'm being
enough, right?
honest. Yeah, I don't like people telling me what to do, and it's crazy because when I was younger, my dad said to me, some people are just not meant to work a 9-to-5 job. They're not meant
would be me.
to sit at a desk. They're just not. And when he said that, I was like, okay, well, maybe he's right. But as I got older, I knew, no, he was absolutely right.
Right.
Because I like to be able to do my own thing. I've always been that way. I've always been a leader. I've always had my own mind. And I just feel like a lot of jobs that I did have, I felt like I couldn't be me. And I don't like feeling like I can't be
Were
me.
you bucking the system, Dana?
What
at
you
the
mean?
job?
What you mean?
You was going against the grain.
You
You
was
was telling
going
the
against the
supervisor
grain
what
at
you
the
wasn't
job.
doing.
No.
You trying to be the boss?
No. I guess the best way to say it is I don't like to feel like I'm restricted. And the only way to do that is to create your own lane and become your own boss. I mean, I was never unruly or disrespectful, but I knew in order for me to live the way I wanted to live mentally and spiritually, I couldn't be at a desk. I couldn't have a 9-to-5
Yeah.
job.
Right.
So I was only able to do that because of the support system I had. And that was my parents.
Right.
And my dad and both of my parents, they went to college. But my dad is like, baby, you're not meant for it. What do you want to do? We have to figure this out. Yeah, you got to figure this
They
out.
realized early, this not for
Yeah,
Dana, right? This
yeah.
not gonna work
So
out for her.
anything that I needed to do, they were like, go for it. Like some parents might be like, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. My parents are like, go for it, we got your back. And
that's
literally,
great. That's
literally, I've been going for it, trying to go for it most of my life.
No, you've been
And
going for it.
No. When I say that, I mean, I've been trying a long time, but I'm just getting to where I feel like I'm seeing my hard work paid off.
Right.
And
Right.
almost 44 years old. I'll be 44 next month. And some people look at their age, they're like, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that.
We just
And I said
talked
this on
about that.
Facebook. I said, I feel like my best days are yet to come.
Oh, they coming.
I feel like they
Yeah.
are right in front of me. So I don't feel bad about the struggles, the ups and downs that I had to go through for years and years and years. I don't feel bad about the people who lied to me, the people that pointed me in the wrong direction, used me. I felt like I needed to go through all of that to know what I know now and to be able to move forward.
I
And
really appreciate you saying that.
yeah, it's a blessing because so many times, I'm not going to lie, and I don't like to cry, but I'm going to be honest. I can't count how many times I laid in my bed and cried at night because I'm like, when am I going to get this right? but the will inside of me would not let me give up. When I was sick and was told last year that I might not make it to my birthday, June 27th, I might not see 43. I never once laid down. A lot of people would have heard that news and got sad, laid in the bed. I never laid down. I got up every day. I went and did what I had to do. I got dressed. I got cute. I would not let it get me mentally. If it got me mentally, I knew it was over. So I just kept pushing, and the will inside of me never let me give up. And now I can say, by the grace of God, so much is happening, but I feel like, and I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I feel like I deserve it now. Like, thank you, God. You're finally giving me what I know I deserve because I've been working hard. I didn't use anybody to get to where I am. I didn't use anybody's name. I didn't use anybody's coattail. I didn't degrade anybody. I put in work for years and years and years. My family knows this. Malika knows this. So I feel like, thank you, God. You're showing me that my hard work was not in vain. That's how I feel.
And you know what, Dana, so many people needed to hear that, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are where you were. They're in the trenches, and we all still in the trenches, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people are in the beginning stages of their trenches. And so they don't know the journey. So I tell people all the time, you have to look at the Tyler Perrys. You have to look at the Steve Harveys. Don't look at them where they are today, though. You have to do your homework. See, a lot of people don't do their homework. They just see, they think you're an overnight success because they just found out about you. How many people even know the history of a Rick Ross? Let me help you a little bit. Rick Ross used to be on Slip and Slide, which is a Trick Daddy's label, way back in 04, 03, right? He was just a regular rapper trying to come up. And now you look at Rick Ross and you say, wow, he an overnight sensation. He's not an overnight sensation. He's a person with a hardcore grind and a bomb work ethic that never gave up on his dreams. So you have to look at where a person started. Steve Harvey was sleeping in cars. Steve Harvey was homeless. Steve Harvey was trying to figure his life out. And so he didn't even have his first vehicle till he was 38 years old in his name, 38, right? Lost his success as he got older, regained the success all over again. So this is the things that entrepreneurs are built for. And so you already know, most people know Tyler Perry, sleeping in cars. Homeless, put his last dime up for a play, lost it all. 30 people showed up.
Yeah, and 3 of his plays, right? His first three plays, he had hardly nobody that came out to support him. Nobody. But he didn't give up, and look at him now.
So now picture this, y'all. You get your tax money. You're already homeless. You got your little tax money from your last little gig. And you put all this money up and get somebody to match it. And you put up like 15, 20 grand and you put your play on. Because all you really want to do is put a bomb play on. That's what he said, right? That's what's his vision. Well, so you put this play on, and in your mind, it's the bomb play that you said you was going to put on, right? Because this is your baby right here, right? This is your baby. And 30 people, though, and he said, I knew almost everybody in the audience, which means this was family, close-knit friends.
He lucky they showed up.
30
your
people.
families don't always show up.
Yeah, you're right.
I know mine ain't going to. So anyway, without getting into that.
That's true, though, Larry.
Mine,
They won't show
I would have had
up.
like 8 people.
They'll show up. Let me tell you, cousins, aunts, uncles you never knew you had will show up once you made it.
Yeah,
once you made it, everybody wants to claim. That's my cousin.
man.
That's my aunt.
That's
That's
my
my
cousin.
niece. That's my nephew. Yeah.
And
Once
Dana,
you
what they
make
going to
it.
say, Dana? I knew you was going to do it.
And
I knew you could do it.
And I'm gonna be like, you can go to the website and purchase a ticket. You're not getting a free ticket.
Right.
You weren't with me for my grind, family or not. Don't try to
Don't do it.
come now. I'm good.
So
I'm
she said
good.
it for me. I don't have to tell nobody.
Right.
You ain't
Right.
riding. Family, listen up now.
Listen up.
Y'all know who you are.
Hurry up.
If you wasn't riding with me from the start, I'm going to have to park the bus and let you sit in it. I can't. You can't rock.
But you know what, Dana, I was just, me and Stan was just doing a Facebook Live because I started this movement, Life and Times of a Female Entrepreneur. And it's a community to show what we as female entrepreneurs go through that's a little different than our male counterparts, because we have to be mama, we got to be wifey, we got to cook, we got to clean, you know, we got to make sure we have soccer practice, football
Who has to
practice,
do that?
swim. But I'm saying as a female entrepreneur, as a female entrepreneur, we have to do those things and still run a business,
see what you
find
mean.
sales, sell a ticket, get a book published and things like that. Where a male entrepreneur, he be like, I'll be back. I'm going out here, got this promotion to do, you know, this, you know, so it's a little different.
Yeah, you're right.
And then the expectations is we're so strong that we make it look easy. And it's not that doggone easy.
It's not. It's
no,
not.
I salute all my female entrepreneurs out there because I know that it's not an easy task. You guys do face obstacles that we don't always face. You know, you get shunned for being a woman. You're not always trusted because you're a woman.
Yep.
You're not always thought to be credible because you're a woman. They don't always look at you as a boss because you are a woman. So a lot of these things happen to you guys, and the women who press through and make it, I salute you because it's tough
Yeah.
to
It's
even
a
be an
double-
entrepreneur, period.
Yeah, a double standard because in business in general, you have to lay down some hard rules. You have to say, you're not doing this right. You're fired. I can do this myself. Or, you know, you have to tell people what
Yep.
to do. When a man tells somebody what to do and be firm in it, he's a boss. We tell people what to do and be strong in it.
We a B.
You too
Well,
strong-headed, or you are overly aggressive, or you a B.
You
Yeah.
trying to be
You
a
acting
man.
like a bee.
Yeah, you trying to
Yeah.
be a man. You want
trying
to be a man.
I hear that all the time.
Yep.
Right.
I got a man for you. Don't do that.
So, ladies, what
Yeah.
you have to be able to do, you have to be able to ignore that and keep it moving because. I mean, you can't be sensitive. You can't take everything
You
so
can't.
sensitive and so to the heart. And Lyric, I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I'm getting ready to say. A lot of women, to me, I'm going to speak from my experience. It's harder for me to work with women than men. I tell you it is because women, for example, Stan and I, y'all can stamp this. Stan and I, we could be on the phone. We might disagree. Stan gonna say what he want to say. He might get annoyed. I know he's annoyed. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Vice versa. But it's no. When we're done, oh, you know what that B did? Let me call him. So it's none of that. It's
Right.
you are working together. If you have an issue with somebody in
Exactly.
your life, talk to them. But women don't do that. Women close up. They call it girlfriends. They talk about you to the
Right,
girlfriends. Then the
exactly.
girlfriends don't like you. It's a bunch of catty, silly stuff. So with me, I find it easier to work with men because we can say what we have to say. I say we like I'm a man, but y'all know what I'm saying.
I know
Yeah.
exactly
You can say
you're
what you
saying.
have to say and move on. It's no hard feelings. And I respect that. I love working with people like that. When I meet women like that, and let me say, I have some women around me right now that are like that. They can give me their honest opinion. Dana, look at it from this perspective. You might be
Right,
wrong. I
exactly.
respect that. I respect somebody that can talk to me face to face and be straight up because I'm going to give it to you that way too. Those are the people I want on my team.
Right.
I don't want a yes ma'am all the time. I don't want a yes, you
Right.
know what I mean? Speak up. Have your own mind. If I'm doing something that you think can be done better, tell me about it. Don't tell everybody else. Talk to me.
So for me,
Well.
it's opposite. I'm a male, so I have a better time in business working with females. Females are more receptive, in my opinion, to a male. Men are competitive, so men are ready to compete with you as soon as you get on the scene. They sizing you up. They trying to see what you bringing to the table. They want to
do
make
that
sure
too.
that you're not going to overstep them. They want to make sure that your project is not bigger than their project. That kind of stuff goes on with men. And if they feel threatened, they won't deal with you. They rather deal with a man that's less sure of himself or whatever the case, or a woman that they think they can dominate in the field.
Yeah.
And so that's my issue with being an entrepreneur. I wish men, especially black men get in power. Not all black men. I'm not speaking to the whole masses. A lot of black men easily intimidated by another brother that's coming up in the same field as them because they feel threatened. And I don't get that because I welcome everybody. I have helped so many people do exactly what I'm doing. I've helped people get books published, this and that. Didn't receive a dime, by the way. And I've had some ingrates. I won't call no now. I almost said a name. I had some ungrateful people, even recently, express themselves in a way that I was very disappointed because I know that I have stretched myself out there for this particular individual. And so it's disheartening sometimes as an entrepreneur as well, because you run into roadblocks, you run into a bunch of BS. Like you said, men do it too. We have it, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of men are cattier than women
Yeah, I can believe that.
with
I
each
believe
other.
that too.
You have men out here that want to run up and gossip and get on the phone and get to calling all around and talking about you and this and that. I just don't give it energy.
Yeah, you have
don't pay
have
no
to
mind.
ignore all of
I
that
don't pay
stuff.
no
You'll
mind,
never
man.
you'll never rise if you just sit back and listen to that foolishness. And I have to say I haven't always been this way. It's taken me some time to get where I am now, and I'm glad I did change. I'm glad I did start opening my mind and broadening my horizon to the type of people I need to be around to grow. And it's crazy because so many people in the business field, they look at you. A lot of people do this. They look at you. They look at what you have on. They look at who
Size
you're with,
you up.
Yep.
and they want to just get involved, not knowing anything about your character, your integrity, your loyalty, nothing. They just want to hop on the bandwagon because they feel like, oh, those people are dressed nice. They must be doing something. Let me tell you, a lot of people dressed nice are just talking.
And or at best talking.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
best,
really.
Just talking.
It's
a lot of
tell
fluff.
you, yeah, it is.
A lot of fluff.
It really, really
Yeah.
is. And I've learned this. So many people, when you first meet somebody, remember this. They're going to tell you everything great about them. Nobody's going to tell you that I messed over this person or I'm just trying to get with you because
Right.
I see you connected with this person and that person. So you just can't open your arms and heart to everybody who tells you great things.
Do you think
you
that's
cannot.
just the nature
That's
of the
a
beast?
good lesson
though?
too, Dana.
You just think do you think that's just business? That's just the nature of the beast, that we're going to run into those type of people in business?
Yeah. You are.
Yeah.
It's just part of the
Everybody's
game.
not screwed up. Yeah, but you're definitely going to. And like both of you guys said, you have to be built for it. You can't
You
just
definitely
wake up
gotta
and
be
say, I'm going to
built
be an
for it.
entrepreneur. It's not sweet.
no,
You
it's
have
not.
to be
Not
built
that
for it.
easy.
Some people won't sleep for
it's
weeks
done.
and weeks at a time if they're just getting in the lane thinking that it's sweet. See, some people watch us and other people and they see what they doing. They say, I want to do that. You know how many times people came up to me and said, I want to be an author. Why you want to be an author?
Write the
Well,
book.
when you wrote your book, man, that inspired me. Well, it took me a long time to become that. Like, there's a lot of dedication involved in writing a book. And so are
It
you
is.
dedicated enough to do that? I had a young man in Charlotte call me, and he almost wanted me to write the book. I said, so let me ask you something. I said, let me ask you this. This is a friend of mine. I said, let me ask you this. I'm going to give you 3 things to do. And I'm going to give you a month to do it. It only would have take 3 days.
He ain't
I'm
do
going to
it.
give you a month. And if you can do it in a month, I know you're serious. Well, he could do it in 3 days. Then I really knew. But a month.
Right.
That means even if you're a BSer, you can get it done in a
Get it
month.
done.
I never heard from this dude. It's been a year and a half, man.
I'm telling
Never-
you.
Because he wanted me to do it. So I was just showing him that he wasn't built for it. So before we got off the phone, I said, I'm going to pray for you. He said, why you say that? I said, because you got a spirit of procrastination on you. And he said, how you know? I said, because we talked about a project a year and a half ago prior to this one. And the reason I gave you 30 days is because you didn't do that one. And so I already knew you wasn't going to do this one. I didn't tell him that. I'm thinking, I already know you wasn't going to do it. So I just gave you a 30-day window because I'm pretty sure you was going to call me with complaints and excuses or not call at all. And you did the latter. Hadn't heard from him. So it just made it easy for me because now I don't have to put no energy into it.
Right. And it stopped you from wasting your time.
It's a waste of time. People don't understand when you give people help, it's energy. When you
It
reaching
sure
out
is.
and helping people, it's your time and energy, and it doesn't mean that it's to be wasted or disrespected. So pardon us if we don't have it all the time for you. A lot of times be like, man, you ain't called me back. Well, I do work my businesses as well.
Right.
Exactly.
I do need my time to myself as well. Sometimes I don't need time to do nothing but meditate and think. That's time. Don't interrupt it. I'm good with that.
And you know what else? People really have to understand that it can't be a one-way street. I found, and I still find this now, people want help. They want to be pointed in the right direction. They want to be told, how they can come up, what they can do. And that's cool. That's fine. You should find yourself being around people who can help you level up. That's great. That's
Right.
something you really should do. But you also have to be receptive to giving it back. It's too many people that I have come across that just want. They want to take everything from you, but
Yeah.
they don't want to give anything back.
Right.
You have to give the same love that you want in return.
That's
you
true.
have to. If you want your blessings, it can't just be one-sided.
That's true.
And like what you just said a few minutes ago, Stan, I just forgot my whole point.
I can't take it. Well, what do y'all think about, because we're all of a particular age, people get to a certain point and give up on their dreams because it didn't happen when they were 25, they were 30,
they shouldn't.
35. Because I don't mean no harm. This is the best life I've ever lived.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I've
Me-
been an
me too.
entrepreneur all my life. I'm unemployable. I can't get a job.
I like
don't
that,
know any-
unemployable.
Yeah, I'm
Unemployable, yeah.
I'm clear on that. So I've been an entrepreneur all my life, but some reason this 40s is like a little sweet spot, and it just gets better and
Yeah,
better.
I'm loving the
does.
40s.
Better.
I'm
you
loving
learn
the
to
40s.
appreciate
Yeah.
even the struggles
Yes.
in it. You
Yep.
appreciate the journey. Like you start to really appreciate the journey, and it is a journey, by the way.
Oh,
So you do have to be
yes, it
prepared for that and understand that it's not going to always be sweet. You do have to have a good support system, like Dana said.
Definitely.
If you don't have a good support system, you're already in trouble, because it's going to be times where you feel like just totally quitting and say, I just can't. And you
lot
need
of
somebody
times.
to just come and say, you know what? Yes, you
You
can.
can do it, right.
Get back up,
Yeah,
pick
that'll
your,
work.
strap your boots back up, and let's get to it.
But even if you don't have that person, because I didn't have that person. You know, I always had that person around me.
I
saying,
didn't
"You
have it
need to
either. I
get a
just got
job."
that like
You need
I
to
just
get
got
a
that
job.
recently. I've had that in my parents.
Right.
But as far as having a network around me, like I have you guys now,
Right.
I have a group of people now, but like you just said, it's taking it's just taking
A long
years.
time to
Yes.
get
It's
to that
taking
point.
years to feel
Yeah.
like I can kind of lay back a little bit because I have other people that are pushing with me, so I don't feel like I have to push until my head's getting ready to explode now.
Right.
That's the best way to describe it. But it's taken me years and years and years
To get to
to
that
get to
point.
where I am now.
Yeah.
And it's taken me that long, I think, because I did not hop on bandwagons. I just can't do that. I would rather struggle, grind, figure stuff out on my own than just jump on a bandwagon
Yeah.
so somebody can say, oh, she got there because of me, or I helped her do that.
Oh yeah.
Let me
I'm
find
like
my
that.
authentic
That's why
people
it's hard for
and
me to
let's
have
rock
people
together.
help me, because I don't want them to say, "Well, I did this for you."
You have to
You
find
know,
your
you gotta
authentic
throw it
people,
back,
and I
yeah.
have that now. So it's not
to
about
work on
who's
that.
helping more. It's like, let's all help each other. It's taken me all these years to finally feel like I have that team, and I have like 4 or 5 teams, but everybody around me now is sterile.
And that is such a blessing, because I'm going to tell you something. It's not easy to find people who can
Oh, no.
invest in your dreams, who can even see a little glimpse of your dreams to want to push and do that
And be genuine.
and be genuine. Like,
genuine.
you're going to have people that strap on to you, but a lot of times, most of the time, it's with motive.
Exactly.
And so you can kind of tell it once you're around that person for a while. You'll be able to understand what a person's motive is. And it's up to you how you play with that or not. So these are just some of the things we go through. For me, my story was the reason I wanted to be an entrepreneur is because when I was about 19, I was working in the government. And yeah, it was one of the few.
She said
so-
you had a job.
Yeah, I did. I worked for the government. I had me a good government job, and I was working at Harry Diamond Laboratory. I remember this. And a upper supervisor came into the office, and he came over to me and he said, "Stan, we're gonna hire a supervisor for you guys, and I'm gonna need you to train him."
Train the supervisor.
That's what I said. I said, "You excuse me?" He said, "Yeah, we're gonna need you to train him. We're bringing a guy down from Aberdeen, Maryland, and we want you to train him."
Instead
And
of you
so
being
I
the
said, "Well, wait a
supervisor.
minute. Wait, let's talk about it." I said, "So now let's be clear, because I was confused." I said, "So you want me to train a supervisor to be my supervisor?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so I thought that was goofy. So I said, "Okay, so let me just ask you this: how come you won't just let me be the supervisor? If I'm good enough to train a supervisor,
Right.
then how come I'm not good enough to be the supervisor?" He said, "Because you don't have the credentials." Credentials? He said, "Yeah, you don't have the time in." But I have enough time to train this guy that you're bringing from Aberdeen, Maryland. Right?
Saying it like that.
Yeah, I was like, this
Like,
dude, this an
bring
idiot.
this
So I
joker
said,
from
this
Aberdeen.
makes no sense to me. I said, so now let me just understand something. I'm worth nothing to y'all, but a flunky. You want me to be a flunky? I said, so okay, that's not gonna work for me. That's why I never. After that, I said, this is it. I have to work for myself because my attitude is not good enough for me. I'm just honest with myself. My attitude is not good enough to be a flunky.
Right.
Like, I'm not a
Right.
gopher, a flunky, or none of that kind of stuff. So I just already knew that wasn't something that was going to be befitting for me. So after that, I think I had 3 jobs. I worked Department of Agriculture as a stay-in schooler. I worked at Harry Diamond and FedEx.
So
And
you did have
FedEx,
jobs.
yeah. When FedEx started keep on wanting me to take urine tests and all that stuff like that, I said, you know what? I won't never work again.
And you have
And I no.
And you haven't.
Well, only for myself.
Right.
And that was, and I think I was maybe 20. That was my last job. So and I'm 49 years old. So it's been a long road for me. I've done a lot of different things. And so I say that to say it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight.
Right.
But it does mean it's going to happen as long as you believe it and can see it.
Yeah,
And so
everything
you
is a
have to see it,
process.
and you have to go through the process, and you have to put the naysayers to the side, because you're gonna have a lot of close people in
Yes.
front of you saying what you can't do, what they think that you can't
Not
do.
supporting you.
They don't want to support you. They'll hold on to you just in case you make it though. But it'll be from a distance. They'll just peep in every once in a while and then come back, and that's how it goes. So
Yep.
for all of you out there that's listening, and I know a lot of people, if you have any questions, get in the chat room, holler at us go to our Spotlight Over the City page, and we'll try to answer some of the questions that you may have. But a lot of people are wondering, how do you even get started? Like, where do you start? So if you have a business, say you want to write a book, the first thing you should do is get around somebody who's done what you've done. If you can have one person in your circle that has even written a book, then find out what the method was, find out where they got the book published, find out everything about what you're trying to do. And Google is your best friend. Google. Everything that you're trying to accomplish, Google it. How to, and be specific in the toolbar about what you want to know, because Google's very sharp, so it's going to pull up exactly what you're asking. So ask exactly what you want to know about the business. If you want to know how to write a screenplay, how do I write a screenplay from ground zero or whatever? You want to know all the nooks and crannies about doing it.
And they'll tell you who in your area does what you want to do. The thing is, sometimes you got to come from a place of serving. So if you find that person that does what you want to do and does it well, what's wrong with connecting and say, hey, I see you having an event. Do you need any volunteers? You know,
have
So you
to
can
do it.
learn. A lot of people feel like they know everything. That's
I'm
another
telling
problem
you.
with people.
And so they're not
Egos.
gonna do
They
it.
feel like they know
I would have
everything.
served. I've done
Yeah.
that many times before. And the reason that I served, because I didn't know it. And I wanted to be with the big dogs, but the big dogs cost a lot of money. I didn't have it.
Right.
So what I'm gonna say? Well, no. Y'all need some help. I got the lunch. They had me bringing 55, drinks.
across the bridge,
Oh
got
man, I
some
had
cheesecake?
to walk across the bridge, get the cheesecake from Junior's. I mean, I served. Now I was mumbling in my daggone car. Let's not get that twisted.
Right.
But I knew the bigger picture. I knew the vision. So I got the lunch and I be smiling. And when they say, "Oh, you forgot something," I get in my little car and I drive on back over to the restaurant, fussing because they messed up the order. But it was my responsibility to get it right.
Right.
I can't
That's
say,
right.
"Oh, I'm too old. Y'all got me running around like I'm a gopher." That's what the average person would have said. I looked at the bigger picture and said, "Oh yeah, I'm about to milk them for everything they got. I'm gonna learn everything."
Right. And see,
I'm gonna
It's
use
funny
it.
because even at our ages, the ages that we are right now, all of us have one thing in common. We still want to learn.
That's right.
And like I said, some people, you have to do research. You have to learn, and you can't do it by yourself. And I always say this on Facebook. I don't care how big of a boss you think you are, male or female, you're not going to be successful if you think you don't need anybody. That you're not. Point blank. Am I wrong?
That's exactly
You're
right.
not going to be successful if you think you can do everything by yourself. That's why it's important to find people that can do what you can't do. But when you find those people, you need to put them in the place to grow with you. Don't just try to find people just to help you grow. Put them in a position so they can grow with you.
Yeah.
If you want these people around to help
Train
you
them.
eat, you put them in a position so you know they're going to eat helping you eat.
There you go. There you go. So when you can help another person, that's what I just put on Facebook the other day. You're not really ever considered successful unless you're willing to help someone else's
Yeah,
success.
I saw that. I love that.
And that's just the facts. If you're not willing to sow into someone else, even if you don't have what you're sowing, that's even a better reason to sow it, because then God
That's
will
right.
bless you with even
That's
more than
right.
what you ever could sow, because he's not going to let
Exactly.
you out king him. So those are the things that I have learned along the way, along with a lot of other things that I'm still learning right now, because every single day when I wake up and get into business, I learn something new, either about a person, about myself, about the situation, about what I didn't do correctly, what I can do better, but it's always a lesson and a blessing in the learning.
Right.
And so that's how I always perceive it. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to actually go to my trail. I have it's supposed to have been a book trailer. Shout out to Rock too, Rock Harris over at Sky's
Yep.
the Limit. He's going to be on the show next week. Actually, he'll be coming on. So shout out to him. He did this. Actually, it was so old. He did it as a student in Charlotte. We were in Charlotte, and he was at a film school in Charlotte. So shout out to Rock Harris.
Rock.
He is the man now. He's actually got a film out, and he's coming on to promote his movie. next week, next Thursday. He'll be on. So we're gonna go to that clip, and we'll be right back after this commercial.
Spotlight over the city.
I'm sorry. Before we go, it's the book trailer. It's Blackbird. Yes. So we're gonna go to the book trailer, and we'll be right back after this commercial.
In 1990, Washington, D.C. saw more than 470 homicides, earning it the label murder capital of the U.S.
Shit, there you go right there. Hey, listen, when y'all pull over to the side, I'm gonna go in here and rush this dude. When y'all see me rushing, y'all rush in about 30 seconds. Give me about 30 seconds and rush the door. He ain't gonna know what hit him. What's up with you, man? How you feel, dude? Good, man. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I gotta tell you about this meeting, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, all right, how'd that go?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to see. I went and talked to the Diamonds the other day, man. I don't know, man. It's been a little funny.
Yeah, man.
I can't really say,
Uh-huh.
but I got a funny feeling that these dudes are feeling at me, son.
Sure. You already know what it is. Wait for Black to get in there, give us the signal, run up in the joint, snatch this nigga up, get this bread, spaz out.
So when you leave here, you gonna go get something to eat? Yeah.
What's up, miss?
It's about time. Somebody keep calling here, hanging up. Ever since you've been gone, somebody just keep calling, hanging up. What's going on?
All right.
All right, thank you.
See you later, man.
All right, take care.
I'm let her out. They ain't saying nothing?
No, we just keep hanging up. When you
How many
hear,
times is that?
when you hear, all day long. Every time you leave, all day long.
Man, fuck this. I'm going to Atlantic City. This is my birthday. I ain't shooting off this shit, man. What? They ain't say nothing?
Nothing at all. Just keep calling, hang it up. When you're in here, it doesn't ring. As soon as you leave, ring. Nobody's saying nothing.
Probably one of them damn females. You know how they do. See? Get this shit in. It's my 28th birthday.
Let's get it in. I'm
You
ready
close,
to go.
man. Oh, man.
Excuse me, sir. We are closed.
Get down.
Just let me up,
Hey,
man.
Joe. Get this nigga this money, man. Else he gonna kill you.
I don't got no. I'm gonna take you to some money. Just let me
All
up.
right, get your ass up there. Come on.
Get me up,
Let's
man.
go.
Just get me up. I'm gonna take you to some money, man. It's tripping.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City.
Blackbird
and
medley, y'all.
So what do you guys think? He shot that about 4 or 5 years ago. That's it's about at least 4 years old. So shout out
It's
to
still
Sky's the
hot,
Limit.
though.
I thought it was pretty hot. It was
It's
supposed
hot.
to be a book trailer. It looked like a movie trailer, but it's really just for my book. So if you don't have the book, make sure you go to Amazon and get Blackbird Medley, The Transformation of a Gangster. Yes, I am an author. I haven't talked about that since I've been on the show, but I guess
And
I
I
should be
read that
branding.
book in one day.
Yeah, well, thank you for reading
I
my
need
book.
to read it. I need to get it. I will.
I read, but the thing is, I'm all in the book like, oh, I think I know that person.
And shout out to Miss Nichols in the chat room too. I saw you in there. I see Miss Nichols in the chat room because she's 70-some years old and she read my book in one day.
Wow.
And she loved it. And
Yeah, the book is good.
yeah, she
The
thought it
book
was
is
amazing.
Excellent. It keeps your attention, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened next? And mind you, I'm in the hair salon. You know, in the hair salon, you're gonna be there for a while, right?
You
I
read it in
the
there?
whole
In the salon?
book In
In
the
the salon?
salon, and they was like, what are you
That
reading?
means
Like you
it's
ain't
good.
put
That
your
means it's
head
good,
up.
yeah.
You ain't, you ain't talking to nobody. I said, oh my God, this book here is like, whoa. You know,
Yeah,
so
well, I
you guys
appreciate
gotta
that.
get that.
Yeah,
I
make
read
sure
it
you
in
go on
one
Amazon.
day.
Get that book, Blackbird Melly, The Transformation of a Gangster. It's on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but I definitely appreciate you going on Amazon and getting it because my relationship is a little stronger over there.
Let's
So
get some. What is it? 5 stars on Amazon.
yeah, it's
What's
5
the
stars
rate?
on Amazon
We need
right now,
5
and so
stars.
we trying to keep it pushing. The book has been out for a while. My
get the
next book will be
reviews
out
going.
soon. It's Damaged Goods. Is it me? And it's also a documentary. We're gonna go to the trailer for the documentary in a little while, but we're gonna make a film. Actually, we're gonna put it on a big screen. So you guys keep praying for the boy because I'm looking
And
for
he
this to be
has
on the
a
big
major
screen.
connection that I won't tell y'all
I
about.
have
But
a major connection. Oh,
I always say God is working in the background.
God is
Facebook,
working in the background. You hear
people
me?
like us, we put stuff on Facebook because we have to market and promote what we're doing. But God is working in the background, and
I
when
mean,
it's meant
major.
for you all to see it, for everybody that's involved with us,
Yep,
y'all gonna
you'll
be
see it.
surprised.
So
It's
I
gonna be
keep
some
it. I
amazing
keep it in
things
this
happening.
tight circle because I used to expose a lot of stuff and show my hand too early, and I saw a lot of people biting and stealing and carrying on. So I stopped doing that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something that I was supposed to talk about last week. I have a surprise that these guys don't know yet. We have another segment of Spotlight Over the City, Spotlight Over the City, Charlotte. And so it'll be coming up, and hopefully the next 30 days we'll be doing Spotlight Over the City, Charlotte, and we'll be covering the younger segment. I have a younger team down there that's going to be doing the hip-hop stuff and this and that, and they'll be all over the place. So it's going to be super crazy. And shout out to Robin Bryant because she's definitely going to be doing her thing for us in Atlanta. We get in the studio back
Me and
in
Robin
Atlanta.
gonna be together next week.
So yeah,
Spotlight
shout
Over
out
the
to Robin.
City.
Yeah, Robin going to Aruba. She gave a trip to Aruba. That's our
Spotlight Over the City gonna be in a room.
So
Yes.
you're going?
yes.
Yes, I
So-
won't be.
So you won't be here next Thursday? You can't
I'll
keep
be-
getting on these jets. See, I mean, California, Aruba. You
don't
can't
call
keep
us.
doing that.
We
Yeah.
don't get no invites.
Heck
no.
no.
Well, me and Robin is Spotlight, so we going Spotlight in Aruba.
That's what's
That's
up.
right.
And we
That's
want
right.
footage and we want some cameras on the damn beach. If we
Yeah.
don't see no beach footage or nothing like that, you was BSing. Y'all just went to have fun and then mention
Right.
Spotlight Over the Sea on the way on the plane.
Look, they can email us the stuff Stan,
Yeah.
while they over there. You
yeah,
can
we need
email
to
us.
see some pictures and stuff and see what's going on.
Proof that we
Yeah,
working.
and I need to see some
Yeah,
live
we're
on the
working.
beach stuff and all that.
Yeah,
Be
some
working.
Some interviews. We need that
Yeah,
too.
we're working.
And you speaking of working, I thought you was supposed to be interviewing designer last week. Where's our interview? Hello? Spotlight?
See
Well,
what
I saw her
happened
on the
was-
Really
red.
going
I
on?
saw her on the red carpet with
Designer,
him, looking
the
like a
rapper.
couple.
Was
We
y'all together?
did though.
Did
you see
understand
that
anything
picture?
he was saying?
Well, no, let me tell you guys. The rapper designer is 20 years old, and you
For
know
people
when he
that's my
rap-
age, tell them what song because I didn't know at first. Some people, everybody
Panda,
doesn't know.
Panda.
I got bras in Atlanta.
That's
Got
that
balls
that
in
part.
Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, it is.
designer, the rapper designer sings that. So he was here in town in DC at the 930 Club, and he did a little meet and greet. As a matter of fact, it was sponsored by Boost Mobile and my brand Rockstar 360.
Shout out to Antonio, Boost Mobile.
Yeah,
What's up,
Antonio
homie?
Boost Mobile, and so designer came in, and I said, "Oh, you's a cutie." He said, "You sexy, mama," and that's where all that giggle and stuff.
I
came
don't know if
from.
It wasn't
Wait a
even
minute,
giggling.
hold
It
on.
was the picture. It was. I'm
That's
telling
we
you.
was talking
I
right
said to
there.
her. I inboxed her. I said, "Let me ask you a question." I said, "Was he trying to talk to you?" He was. You know when you take a picture with somebody, you might do like this. He had one hand like this, one hand like this. I'm like, whoa.
Like they had
She
just
trying to get
had
her
a
groove
relation-
back.
like, they-
Yeah, she's trying to get her groove back with
Oh,
that young
Stella.
thing.
I'm just saying
let her
that
hold
I
it.
still got it. That's all
Okay.
I'm
Oh yeah,
saying.
you got it.
So
But
you
I'm
gonna
He was
get
trying to
it.
get it. Look,
Yeah,
he was trying to
look,
get
look,
it. He was
she
trying
got
to
it,
get that
but
old
he trying to
thing.
get it.
Little boy, my daughter is older than you, so but
Well, he
but
might
I
have thought
will
you was a
say this,
cougar or
though.
something. You was a cougar.
I
He-
will say this. You know, he's on the song talking about I got bras in Atlanta, and you can't understand what
credit
he's
cards
saying.
with a scanner. You dig?
That's all I understand.
But
You
he does
too
not
old.
talk like that.
Well, I don't. Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I seen him on was it the Breakfast Club or something, and he was I didn't know what he was talking about. So
He don't-
maybe
He
he
don't
was.
talk. But
having
he
a
got to
rough
do it
day.
for show. So if he's on
Okay.
the Breakfast
So-
Club, it's show.
Oh,
but
so-
in person, he was not talking like that.
Oh, so for
so you
show
was
is to
feeling
act
him a
like you
little bit.
can't talk.
I'm confused.
I mean, that's the right
That's
thing to
his,
do.
that's his
Ain't
brand. That's his brand. And
Well, he
and
does
we
a
know
good
it.
job because he fooled the hell out of me. I thought he was
Yeah.
slow or something. So, anyway,
my
shout out to designer credit cards in the land, this and that. Okay, but the song is smash. He got another hit that came right behind it. I don't know the name of it, but I saw him do it on
Jimmy
the
something,
when he be
Jimmy
doing this. This is when he lost me. When he do this and be jumping
He said
around.
that's when he
I
lost
was like,
me.
okay, so what's going on? So like, you
Yeah.
said you understood him well. Then you start smiling after you said it like you was feeling him.
And then holding her.
And then you start holding on to him while he was holding on to you. So like, are y'all, talking on the phone?
Did y'all
now,
exchange
or-
numbers?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how far this went.
You are
He's
single.
younger than my daughter.
Okay, so I'm trying to see how far this went.
Well, his paper's a little right though.
No, they ain't.
Oh, hey, talking about in Atlanta.
And credit cards with the scanner, you hear me?
No,
So-
but all jokes aside, special shout out to designer. His
Most
show
definitely.
is dope. He jumps in the audience and does the wave thing on their head. It's called the wave, right?
Black people do that?
What
He
is
did
it?
it. Surfing. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
He just dived into the crowd.
And they caught him?
They caught him.
Oh, that's
I would have moved right out the way.
Right,
Don't be
splat.
falling
Well,
on me.
I will say
Let.
this.
Be right on his chin.
What I will say, the audience was about 95% white.
Now, that's a good thing because you want a broad audience. You don't just, like you want
There was
support from all
95%
people.
white, but they catch you. Had it been us,
Oh yeah, don't mess up my shoes.
Right,
You
you
gonna
might
fall on your
scuff up
face.
something or have me hot and sweating. Like, nah.
dude. And then he has the bottled water. He takes the tops off and he, splashes.
So
off.
he gives a good
gives-
performance.
The show is phenomenal. I even was like, whoa. It was a good show.
I like that.
That energy.
That's good.
I like
boy.
that. So shout out to Designer and his label, and hopefully we'll have him on Spotlight
Did you
over the
know
city soon.
he's with Kanye? I didn't know
I
that.
did not know that.
It's Kanye's artist.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Okay, so Kanye on the low getting a whole bunch of cash from his artists as well, because I know Good Music got he got
He's with Good Music.
Good Music. That's
He's
right.
with
He
Good
got
Music.
he got the Big Sean. Shout out to Big Sean.
Because
He
they
got
all did a song together, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
again, where's the video footage? If you were working that day, we don't have a
It's
interview,
on
or
my
is it
face.
being edited, or did we miss something? Like, we'll talk about it after the show. Because when you working, I thought you bring the clips to here, like this way.
I got y'all next week.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
So-
edit it and
If she
and
don't
send
get
it
bond
over.
up,
And then she mess around, be bundled up, and be in Atlanta with a scanner. So, like, if y'all don't see her next week, she lying talking about she gonna be in Aruba. Her ass gonna be right down there in Atlanta, talking about designer
dancing,
has
background
yeah.
dancing on the stage behind.
Right, she always wanted to be a rock star, so this is her opportunity, right?
And then
Hey,
there
Dang,
was a
we know what's
girl-
up,
there
Dang. She
was
trying to
a-
fool us like we slow.
But there was a girl dancing up on top of the speaker with a panda head on.
Uh-oh.
And I said,
Bless her heart.
oh, yeah. Little girl, where your mama? She ain't had no clothes on. I said, oh, Lord
Yeah,
have mercy.
okay.
But,
So
but
where
it
was the show?
good.
Where was it?
930 Club.
The 930 Club.
930
Okay,
Club.
cool.
So it was really good. We got Coco, the comedian. You know the comedian from Tyler Perry's show, Coco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she was in, is it the Single Mothers Club?
I have no idea.
Y'all know who I'm talking about though, Coco Brown. She when
I
I, say
heard the name.
I know the
I'm
name.
familiar, but I don't know about what you just said.
she
though.
was on Tyler Perry's show with Marcus and
Oh, the big strong dude. That's what you talking about,
oh
Marcus?
my God, why I can't think, y'all. I'm drawing a blank.
Tasha, the comedian, yeah, the funny one.
Right. And they
That's
had a
true.
show.
What about her though?
She's
Yeah.
on a show. She's coming to town. That's actually Antonio's sister.
Are you serious?
And she came to Baltimore about a month or so ago. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but she is the funniest comedian out here. She trumps all the guys. Hands
Yeah?
down, Kevin Hart, all of them.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
No, wait
We
now.
need to have her come perform right there on
See
that
the
stage
We got a
over
stage
there.
right here to the right of us,
She
so we need to get her
shuts
on the
it
set.
down. And I've seen a lot of comedians. And the thing is, people don't really know a lot about her because they blackballed her because she is that good. She talked about it.
Yeah.
She talked about it. Female in the industry, it's already rough on them in that industry.
Yeah.
But she tore it up. I'd never seen nothing like it.
So did she open? She opened for him?
No, actually, she was in town and it was her show.
Oh.
She was the headliner, and she tore it out the frame. And I
So
had never
she's pretty
seen her
big
before.
then. If she's the headliner, designer open for her?
No, these are two different shows.
You never mind. Okay, moving right along.
Okay, well,
so look,
yeah,
getting
you-
back to
she lost me,
entrepreneurship, what you just said had to do. Look, I just
Yeah,
changed the
Dana,
whole
bring it
thing.
on back.
Right. What you just said has a lot to do with being an entrepreneur as well, because you just said she was blackballed.
She was
A lot
blackballed.
of people will get blackballed in business. A lot of people will get shunned because of negative stuff being put out, and it could be a lie. You have to be built for it. That's another example
have
of
to be
being
built
built
for
for it. Some people will crumble and fall and be done. And some people, just like her, you keep going.
You
And when
keep
your time
going.
is right, you're going to hit. You're going to hit, but you can't give up. If you
Tasha
give up,
Smith
you'll never
is
hit.
the-
Tasha Smith.
Tasha Smith, for better or for worse, was the show that Tyler Perry had on
Gotcha.
the network. And Tasha Smith is the one in all of Tyler Perry's
Yeah,
videos that
yeah,
be
she's
acting all
good.
wild.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
and
so
she's a
she
really
had a show.
faith-based young lady too.
Yeah,
but
I
she's
like her.
acting. Her acting
She
is
has a twin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, identical, right? I've seen
Yep.
pictures of them.
So again, like I said, I do have a documentary as well that's coming out. So right now, before we end the show, I'm gonna go to this documentary. It's a
let's
short
take a
clip.
look at
It's a trailer. It's not the whole thing, of course. I'm just gonna show you guys a little teaser. So again, we will right back after this commercial.
A little dent in a can is considered damaged good and is always discounted. But when you open it, it's still the same as a can that wasn't. So with that being said, I guess I'm a little can on a shelf with a little dent with a big taste. At some point, we all are damaged, be it through family, friends, occupation. For me, my story started even in my mother's womb. After being born, there was a discrepancy of if I should be kept or if I should be given away. I was born out of incest. My mother slept with her mother's husband or her stepfather and had me, so it was friction even there. I wasn't allowed to come back to the house after being born, so I was given away. I experienced the drug scene, 23 years of crack cocaine. I could have been considered damaged, rotten, and thrown away. But because there's always somebody who looks for that discounted can that can make the best meal out of it, I still stood.
Being an only child for 20 years in the house with my mom and my grandmother, you got two strong women, and you have the support of the grandmother, and then you don't have the support of the mother. And every child, I feel, should have their mother as support. And the support was just never there. It was a body there, there was someone that took care of me financially, but there was a lot of verbal abuse and mental abuse, emotional abuse on a day-to-day level. And being a child, you know, you really don't know how to, you don't know how to deal with that because you're a kid. She hated the fact that my dad didn't want her. And since my father did not want her, and I am the...
I'm sorry, you guys. We didn't get a chance to look at the whole clip. We have to show
We're
that another
back.
show because we had to come back and end the show and wrap it up. So for me, I will say what I do and let Dana say what she does and let Lyric say what she does, and then we're going to wrap it up. So basically, I'm an author. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a filmmaker and a talk show host. So that's what I do, and that's what I have been doing for a while. We started Spotlight Over the City 2-3 years ago now in Atlanta, Georgia. Robin Bryant was my co-host, still is in Atlanta. Shout out to Robin Bryant. And we have been popping ever since, and now we're in the DMV. I'm back home, and we on. And so, Dana?
I'm the owner of Capital Life LLC. I am the co-founder of Business Leaders Network Alliance with Benita Parker. I'm a playwright. I'm an actress. And I like to inspire people. And I just do that on a regular basis. I like to inspire and uplift people in real life every day. So I don't call that a job. That's just something I love doing.
And I love it. You inspire me every time I come on the show.
All
You
the
always
time.
tell me
Thank
something
you. I
watch it-
positive.
I watch
You
it
always
real
have
close
something real
online.
good. So
Thank
yeah,
you, guys.
love the energy, Miss Lyric.
Yes. Lyric Hawkins, CEO of Rockstar 360.
Rockstar.
It's a media and personal brand development company. We help a lot of brands out here. Power Networking Conference, Dr. George Fraser, BET. We just doing it, so I love it. You know, I love bringing people's brands to light and putting them in front of their potential audience so that they can make money.
Get money. Get money.
And if you want to be an entrepreneur, guys, just let me say this before we roll out because we have to go. Don't give up. I don't care how old you are. I told you I'm getting ready to turn 44, and I'm just starting to live my life the way I dream. So don't give up.
Yep.
you better not give up. If you quit, you lose. The only way you ever lose in life is that you quit.
Yeah, you can't
and
quit.
quitters is just for chumps. So you're going to be a chump or a champ. You got to make your mind up. Chump or champ, you got to make your mind up. Shout out to Lamont Peterson. He was supposed to be on the show today, but he had to reschedule. So we will have him
He'll
next
be back.
month. So don't ever think that we're not going to have him because he will be here. And also, shout out to my little homie, Patrick Harris. Patrick Harris is his nephew, and he's 10-0. He's a lefty. He has 7 knockouts, and that's my little homie. What? Oh.
Stage left, dude.
Oh, we got to go? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, okay. On that note, you guys, we have to wrap it up. I'm getting kicked out the building. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight over the city.
Spotlight over the city.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key model.